TASGiving 2021. It is the one and only Tech Desk, because we are here to introduce the one, the only, the fantastically potatory Taters with pizza percent. Please come here. Let's give Taters a whole big old warm welcome here. Come on.
I cannot believe what I'm about to do.
We can believe it, my potato friend.
I'm forsaking all of my strong-held beliefs in the name of charity.
All in the name of charity, indeed. Well, I think you know what it's time to do.
You're right. I can't delay the inevitable any longer. I have in front of me a piece of pepperoni pizza, stuffed crust, by the way. It's really sad because this is a fairly new pizza. In fact, I got it last night, and it's so young, and I'm about to just destroy it, and I feel so bad. So I've got my pineapple chunks from Dole. Let's go ahead and open these up.
Well, if you have to have pineapple one way, I suppose that's one way to have it.
Nice hiss. All right, I'm gonna make a big old mess all over my desk. I'm not full of, whoops, just pour that on my keyboard. That's okay, we won't notice that. I'm glad I can, yeah, just laugh at my pain and suffering right there. Okay.
Oh, trust me, I am.
All right, I'll tell you what, we're gonna just, man, I gotta eat on camera.
All right, Taters, hold on a second. Oh, we already gone before we could even start the timer. Well, you've got a time of 0.887. We're going to call that good.
Oh, wait, swallow it.
This needs a little something. I'll tell you what, I'll do one more bite. But I got to do my trademark. I think it'll help. And Scaly Star can be thanked for this. I think we're just going to add a little bit of fire to that. Just going to warm that up.
Oh, yeah.
Just for you, Scaly. Ah, look at smoking pineapple.
There we go.
You know, I gotta admit, it's pretty damn good.
And it seems we have successfully converted Taters over to the dark side of the lovers of pineapple on pizza, of which we are a part, of course. We have to represent here. In any case, we will be back with you shortly for our finale. Please stay tuned.
All right, everyone. Welcome back to TASGiving 2021. I am your host, Taters, for tonight. And as you can see, we have our whole on-site staff. One of them is a little turned around. We'll help him out. He'll figure it out. And welcome to the finale. I got to be honest. It's really sad to be here at this point, and man, I'm not looking forward to this. Even more than I was not looking forward to eating pineapple on pizza.
Which you just claimed, by the way, is tasty.
Yeah, he did. Off air, he said it was the most delicious thing he'd ever had. He's going to get that every time.
Yeah, show me the clip. So anyway, I'm going to pass it over to Dwango for a few minutes to talk about some things, and then we've got a great actual interview coming up here, just to extend the event just a little bit longer, so we can keep staying happy.
Well, first of all, thank you so much for everyone who was involved. I have to specifically thank Taters for making this event happen at all. We definitely needed someone to come in and fill a little bit of a void we had, and I'm super thankful Taters pushed this event through to completion. We didn't really have any specific expectations for what we might be able to do for NAMI this particular year, just because everyone is so pandemic fatigued. But I have to say I'm super happy with all of the donations that came in. Thank you to everyone who made that possible. There's literally over 100 volunteers that helped make this event possible. But more than just this event, what we did was set tools in place for a lot of future events, although more on that in a little bit. But man, I gotta tell you, there was a lot of effort and heart and love that went into this event, and it's definitely been worth it, even though I'm tired.
Hey, do we want to take a second and quickly thank the entire on-site crew while we're here?
Yeah, because you're the one that gets the biggest thanks of all for that.
Oh, no, absolutely not.
Yeah.
No, it's you. You get
It's you.
the biggest thanks.
For the on-site crew, Compucat ran the vast majority of everything. He was our tech lead on site, made this possible. Without him, I don't know how we would have made it through this event. So, serious lack of sleep, but...
I got more than last year.
That's good.
That's good.
That was our only goal.
We definitely had folks like Illy, who's here on this camera. He's definitely been filling in at really, really awful hours at extraordinarily stressful moments.
Yeah.
And cooking some amazing cheesecake as well.
Yes, seriously.
And then,
I'm sad I missed the
last night,
cheesecake.
We had a mild panic with the stream hiccuping and during my stuff, and it was great.
Yeah, we had Guy here overnight. Thanks, Guy, for stepping in to help us out. MediaMagent helped out with random things with the tracker. Frank helped with all kinds of weird things. He helped rebuild TASBot, who's currently got a dead battery. But, actually, his battery is probably plugged into the wall right now.
You don't need to open them up right now.
No. This is our new TASBot. You'll be seeing him more. He's got a clean inside and outside. He's nice and pretty. You're going to see this pretty boy if you come to MagFest or tune in to MagFast later in January, but more on that later. DefenderSam helped with hauling a lot of the stuff in this room up here. There's a lot of cables that ended up coming up into the studio.
I moved a table.
Yeah, well, you did more than that.
You did a lot more than that.
There's a lot
a
of
cart.
other random people. Nintendo helped carry a bunch of things and helped with catering. Sinewave Offsite helped with food delivery, so that was helpful.
Among other things.
Among other things.
I've got the same standing offer from SSPX for food also, so.
Oh, nice. Alrighty. I'm going to pause there. There's a whole offsite crew that needs thanked, and I'm going to pause on that and let Taters tackle that, because Sinewave is definitely not the only person that was involved in that.
No, absolutely not. We have had so much help this year. It's almost impossible to even comprehend an event that we could have had, or the event that we could have had without them. Real quickly, we had Dreadwing Night helping a lot with OBS for all the runners that are here and people viewing. You're going to hear a little bit about some of the tech stack behind this, but we had a lot of really cool things this year that we couldn't have had without his help. We had Inverted offsite helping a lot with the development of some of the tools that we have, along with Sinewave and the Moss 3212, who shows up at every one of our events and is happy to forgo sleep to deal with my just absolutely out there requests for features. So we always thank him. Tina Hacks helped just by being around as being a consultant, as well as Johnny Bubonic, who helped us quite a lot with getting the tracker set up. The GDQ tracker that we use is a little bit of a beast, and it was very nice to have their help. Dwango, I don't think I'm forgetting anybody, am I?
We mentioned Sinewave. We mentioned Inverted. Boy, every time we do this attribution, we miss someone. I think Master June gets some credit for contributing to some really amazing tasks, and somehow he didn't get credited specifically for a couple at the beginning, so...
I will say there's one big voice we need to thank, and that is Illy for operating a reverse proxy.
Oh, yes, Illy.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, he gets forgotten too. P4 Plus 2 contributed to some of the aspects of one of the SMW runs. Let's see, who else didn't get thanked? There's a lot.
Yeah. I can't think of any off the top of my head.
John Gabriel for our credits and some seriously awesome voice work. We'll be doing more stuff with him in the future.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, the part of our opening previews ahead of time was by Pokemon Professor May and John Gabriel with a little... Dwango, you were in there a little bit.
I did voice acting.
A little bit of voice acting.
Exasperated voice acting. AngelWind for all of the help he is about to do. Getting our VODs up. Do we want to talk about that, Taters?
Sure, why don't you take the lead on that one?
Hey, so we kind of abused my YouTube channel last year for TASGiving 2020, and we abused it all year because it took a really long time to get all the videos edited at the level of quality that we would normally have. We're going to do things a little differently. We are going to have a dedicated TASGiving YouTube channel. Look out for announcements on the typical places you would see news from us, which is the Discord server announcements, Twitter, places like that. We will announce where the videos will be going up. They'll be a little bit different than last time. We're going to get them up quicker. We're going to get them up with just static thumbnails to make it simpler with the video editing process. There won't be any game descriptions like there usually are. Tags probably won't be right. But we'll get those on YouTube as quickly as we possibly can. Totally as raw as they get, but with hopefully decent audio balance. AngelWind is going to be leading up the effort on that, so thanks to him for all that video editing work. And there's the rest of the team that'll be tackling that as well. So thank you so much for that. My channel will return to not having TASGiving content on it, which will be a nice change. We're going to be using this studio. This is just such a wonderful space to work in, and we'll be able to use this space to create amazing things. It's yeah.
So speaking of,
go ahead.
Speaking of the studio there, Dwango, if you're interested, I'd love to start talking to our lead tech there, Compucat, a little bit about what all went on this year with what we were doing.
So, we had some great things going on behind the scenes. We had some new pieces of technology that gave me fewer headaches this year. Specifically, we kicked out RTMP as our method of video ingest. I'll translate that into non-nerd speak in just a minute here. We still had some problems, again, mostly caused by me as the result of those changes. Sorry, this happens every year to every event, and some events do a better job of making this more seamless than others. We do what we can. Is there anything specific you wanted to talk about, Taters?
Well, if you don't mind, I know there's a number of technical people out there that would be really interested in hearing how we resurrected the software that Mixer used to use to turn around a sub-second latency with our event this year.
Absolutely. So, for the most part, we did not use RTMP in order to stream from video from one place to another, from any remote guests to us. We also, for the most part, I will say, but also we tried not to use Discord, Zoom, or any other VoIP software in order to get communications back and forth between people. Using a combination of FTL, the protocol created at Beam Labs, Beam.ng, I think?
Beam.pro.
Beam.pro, excuse me. Thank you to the other tech guys in the room. Beam.pro, using a combination of FTL, the reverse engineering efforts done by Glimish, the open source video server Janus, made by Mitoko, and a multi-stream RTP WebRTC return feed, we were able to pull off most of this event without touching any sort of RTMP or VoIP software at all. And on top of that, all video sources were kept in sync by the time they hit our system. And then OBS decided to add non-deterministic latency to my video, so all of the work to bring everything to you in sync was thrown down the drain.
It is a little sad because we definitely saw some drift, and we're kind of blazing new trails here. But speaking of blazing new trails, is this software, is this the only time we're ever going to use this, or are we going to continue to try and use this stack?
Absolutely not. We're going to go ahead and try and keep using this stack going forward. We want to go ahead and solve the last remaining sync issues. We have a couple of issues we want to work out specifically. You saw the streams drop a couple of times throughout the year. That is a known bug, and I have a fix on the way for that was not able to be delivered in time for the event. We're going to go ahead and get that sorted before the next time we use this stream stack, because we absolutely want to make this a set of tools that we are proud to use and that we can have other people use as well. It is currently possible to do tech like this, but only with proprietary software. This, to my knowledge, is the first big implementation of this with completely open source software.
Which is awesome.
And to speak to that, the tools that we used this year, one of them called, I believe, Switch Palace, will be actually open sourced at the end of this event as we move forward to operate more events and handle larger things. Right now, it's been kind of kept under wraps so that we could do kind of bad, out of best practice things while we were working on it. But after the event is over, we will be pushing it forward with I believe it's the Tool Assist GitHub.
Yeah, I believe that's the one. I'm going to let you
All
guys
right.
continue to talk about that for just a second while I sneak off camera to find out what our final bits and subs total was. Just give me just a second to tabulate that, and I'll be right with you.
Please go ahead. Well, Compucat, my entire being this year was just making sure that you could take a nap, because I know that last year you just spent 3 days awake. So, how do you feel by the end of the event? Are you dying tired or excited, happy, ready to go for the next one, which we're going to do tomorrow?
Before I answer that, I'm going to say, Illy, can you go grab another Shorty XLR cable? I'm going to make this mic longer so you can grab this and talk through it.
Oh, getting you sleep.
Or go run over there.
Yeah, I'll do that real fast.
Go run over there, Illy, where there's a mic you can speak into.
Let him into the middle here.
Hey, so yeah, I managed to get some more sleep as all the folks over there. Which way is my fingers pointing on the
You're
screen?
good enough.
That
You're good.
way
Yeah.
on camera. All of those folks over there can attest. I definitely got more sleep than I did last year in one of
I
several
had to
unconventional
physically
poses.
drag him out of the room
Yes, Illy did.
to get him to sleep.
Thank you.
And then the day afterwards, because I was running on fumes too. I had to basically, if I find out that you aren't sleeping, I will do things that I can't say right now because we are streaming this to Twitch. So you need to get some sleep.
There is a little bit of embellishment there, but yes, that happened.
But in all
last
honesty,
year-
thank you,
Go ahead.
Compucat. You've done an amazing job. You're too hard on yourself, and you've done such a great job making sure this event has run as smoothly as it could. So I think that everybody in chat should just give lots of thank yous to Compucat for what he has accomplished this week.
Oh, thank you.
I think we should all clap for him because it'll blow his eardrums out.
I have these headphones pretty loud.
I can make them louder.
Onosaurus, I will get back to you on that.
Are they transferable? I don't think that's exactly a reasonable currency in this country, or any, hopefully.
All right. In any
But-
case, we were talking about open sourcing our software. There is one thing I want to mention here. So not all of our tools will be open source right away. We do want to give a couple of things a little bit of polish so we can take. And like Tater said, there's a couple of little areas where we want to take away event-specific hacks that we had to add in during the event. You probably heard one of our hosts mention that we needed to redeploy. We needed to take the stream down for a minute during the middle of the event. If you saw that, that's what we were doing. We were completely rebuilding all of our servers in the middle of the event, which is something you absolutely should not do for a live event. We did it anyway.
Yeah, sometimes necessity calls for it, unfortunately.
Yeah.
That's just DevOps.
That is just DevOps indeed.
Committing in production.
So in any case, the total list of tools we use, off the top of my head, we have Switch Palace, which is mostly written by Sinewave and the MOS 3212. Sinewave, the MOS 3212, and Inverted. We had Switch Palace is our custom in-house tool which works together with a Janus server to provision and authenticate multiple stream keys coming in from multiple servers. It also handled all of our broadcast graphics this year. We are no longer using NodeCG. Additional tools, of course, we have the venerable OBS Open Broadcaster software in multiple instances. I'm pretty sure we had. I don't know how many OBS instances we had going throughout this entire
At
event.
least two.
At least three.
At least two,
Yeah.
if not more.
We were going to have. Actually, I think it was just two.
Yeah, we had two for the entire event.
Yeah. We were going to have.
I know that
three,
for
but
our
we-
next event, we want to move to having multiple OBS instances on multiple systems as well.
We'll see
Oh, it's
about
already
that.
on multiple systems.
So it is in a convoluted way. So we have Switch Palace, our authentication software, OBS, our engine software for getting video from runners to us. We have the tool for getting video from us to runners, OBS. We have the tool for getting audio from runners to us in real time, OBS. We have the tool for getting audio back from us to runners in real time and making sure all the video is as high quality as we can get it at the same time. All in under usually half a second. OBS. We are all doing this with pretty much a couple of tools with Janus, the Glimish's FTL plugin, and Switch Palace being the glue that holds all of this together, and a copious amount of laptops.
Yes, I'll say this year was an absolutely, oh man, I always mess this word up. Herculean effort, correct?
Close enough.
That's close enough.
I'll take it. From just a handful of people who really poured their heart and souls into it. So I can't say this enough. Thank you, the Moss 3212. Thank you, Sinewave. Thank you, Inverted. Without you guys, this would not have gone as well as it did, and we'd be completely lost, honestly, because RTMP is not the best option. How's Dwango doing over there with the bets?
We are still looking at.
So
looks like we're
Taters,
still looking for.
I'm running a couple of donations through for you too, if you want to read them off.
Oh,
It's
just
gonna be
making
one-
Dwango's job
probably
even
one more
harder.
Probably, but it'll help stall.
Oh, I've got
We
some
shouldn't
things.
tell the stream we're stalling.
No, it's the finale. We can do whatever we want.
Yeah. I want to thank all the runners who submitted some at a fairly last minute type thing where we kind of like, hey, we need some more content here, and we got some really good stuff too, especially at the last minute on a holiday weekend when a lot of people are busy, and that was really great. And I really enjoyed all the content, all the runners, and all the hosts did a really great job too. Sometimes at all hours of the night as well.
Yeah.
For all the hours of the night. Yeah, let's go ahead and give a hand for all of our runners. And for our hosts, of course, because where would we be without them?
Yep. Very true.
I got to be honest, this was my first year running an event, especially running a host team too, and they put up with a lot of me, and that's something they deserve a lot of praise for. You know, I'm sitting here on camera making sure that everybody can see my face so that they know who to hate, because behind the scenes, I'm sure people don't like me anymore, especially runners.
Yeah.
Yep. Hey, and for those of us on site, it's a little bit easier because they've been staring at my face for the past while. They know who to hate when it comes to someone getting salty about tech issues, because usually it's the guy with the least sleep sitting in the chair.
Yeah.
Every once
Yes,
in a while,
and-
that's Illy, but usually it's me.
And speaking specifically of runners, we had a lot of great content this year, and I appreciate every one of you guys for working with us as we dealt with schedule overages, swapping runs out. We had to remove some runs. You know, we did 48 hours of content here, and I don't understand how GDQ does it. I think I'm going to have a little bit of problems sleeping if I'm in an XGDQ and I hear that the schedule's going a little bit like half an hour late. I'm going to be like, oh my God, what are they going to do? It's ridiculous. So thank you guys all for helping and just bearing with us as we kind of find our footing with this.
And of course, we cannot forget some of our runs today were today. Excuse me. Today, this is spanned over multiple days. I can't even say today anymore. It does blur together. I don't even know what time of day it is right now. And we have to thank not only all our RTA runners, all of the commentators who came in and commentated on over TASs, and of course all of the TAS authors who wrote and published these TASs, which most of which you can go over and find on TAS videos at tasvideos.org.
Yeah.
Which is probably another good chance to say that Master June is never credited enough at these events, and it's usually got their fingers in every single run that ever exists. So, thank you, Master June.
Yes, thank you, Master. Not only for all that,
I sent it through.
but also for providing an insane amount of hilarity behind the scenes. Apparently, somebody had no idea about the Super Mario World 11 exit, completed with the same inputs 11 times, TAS.
That's pretty crazy.
I was also working off of like 15 minutes of sleep. So
Fair enough.
So,
hey, Taters,
I see that
think there's
Dwango...
a couple of
go on.
donations there.
I was just about to read them. So it looks like we have 2 donations left for the rest of the... Well, I'm sorry. We've got 3 donations. So I'm going to read those in the order that I see them. The first one is from Migu. It is $50 with no comment. Thank you very much.
Thank you, me.
We have a 2... Yes. Yeah, I mean, if you donate during the middle, you might as well get a clap. Yeah. Next, we have a donation from Chenzi Code, a good friend of the TASBot community. He has donated $2.83 and said, "Gotta make it even," and I appreciate that.
Same.
And then we have one final donation for the event. It's from TASBot in the amount of $2,000. It says, "dwangoAC is very thankful. These are all of the subs, crowd control bits, and cheers for TASGiving 2021 for NAMI. Thank you very much, TASBot. A round of applause for him. Yeah, come on.
Thank you, TASBot.
That was largely torturing either Frank or torturing Frank.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah.
Sorry. The AxeMan. Sorry.
One of those crowd control runs.
Sorry. Yes, there was so much hilarity in the middle of the night. Yeah.
with all the
I feel bad
lines.
for you, Axe.
Something.
That was a lot of fruit of lime.
I mean, he lives in the same state as him, so like, how can you look in his face?
I've known the AxeMan for over a decade now,
Yeah,
and
it's amazing.
it's awesome being able to do an event with him. Yeah, so thank you for the torture you went through for us on our behalf.
You're welcome. It was a very pleasant torture, I guess.
Are you kidding me? I've
every
never
minute
seen
of
you
it.
come so close to swearing.
Oh gosh.
We even tried to stop it. We couldn't. The
couldn't.
crowd was too powerful.
It's definitely a lot of power there. I would like to just one more time say thank you so much to everyone who participated and made the donations flow through. It is worth it. I know that sometimes it feels like the amount of effort that goes into an event like this is staggering, but what we had come out the other side is truly astoundingly awesome. And I'd like to thank everyone who donated, who made an impact. National Alliance on Mental Illness is such an awesome cause that I'm glad to be behind. We're thankful for the services they provide and the services they'll be able to provide as a result of the donations from this event. So thank you from my heart for what you have done.
So with that, Dwango, are you ready to reveal our big news?
I think so.
Ladies and gentlemen, it has been a wonderful 2 years. It has been one of the most fulfilling parts of my life, which everybody is going, oh, what's going to happen? No, I get it. Trust me. This was a very hard decision. This will be the final TASGiving event. We have learned quite a lot, and we are going to actually take all of this knowledge that we've gained from these events. Moving forward, we're going to do a more inclusive around the world event. Thanksgiving being only a US holiday, it doesn't really work around the world. So to that end, we will be returning under a different name, and I will admit we haven't picked one yet, but if you follow the TASBot or at Mr. TASBot on Twitter, and even the at TASGiving on Twitter, we will update as soon as we have those, and if you have suggestions, I would really like them. We are going to be returning in 2023. We feel that we need to take some time to kind of rest and process what we've learned over these last 2 years and deliver something absolutely amazing in the next event. So that is going to be it for TASGiving. Over the 2 events, we have raised $16,185, give or take a bit as our total finalizes, because we still do have Twitch bits and donations and subscriptions that are going to be going out till the end of the month, as well as a donation for the purchase of merchandise that will come in. And it truly has been the highlight of my last few years, certainly, and I hope it has been the same for you guys as well.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Definitely enjoyed working on this.
It's something
Yeah.
bigger than ourselves. This is more than what any one of us could have done on our own. I was thankful for the opportunity to do TASGiving. I still hope to do a hybrid event that includes a lot of task content alongside RTA and showcases like the amazing Coder Wilson Final Fantasy X virtual intelligence run. That thing is really cool. Pushing boundaries of what a tool-assisted speedrun is. We want to do more content like that, but we'll pick a time of year that's a little less stressful and work out an event that works for everyone. We want to take the time to do it right. So we might do some smaller things between now and then, but we'll come back to you in 2023 with a nice event like this again.
Absolutely, and I think, at least personally, I have quite a lot of plans for this next event. I saw the chat really enjoyed the Warm Cabin, really deep dive showcase into an actual task run. I would like to see a lot more of that, and some other things. So thank you. Thank you everybody who's dealt with us through the last 2 years. Thank you everybody on staff and on site who have put up with differences in time zones, technical difficulties, me being difficult in general because I just am sometimes. Dwango being difficult all the time because he is all the time.
Meh. Yes.
Yeah.
I accept this. But difficult for reasons of wanting a really good event. And I'd like to specifically make sure to thank all of the hosts, because this event would not be what we had without them.
Absolutely. The host team this year is by far one of the highlights for me. Just sitting in our little host discussion channel on Discord and going back and forth and dealing with some just great things I never would have expected to ever handle.
Yeah. It's also been interesting to see my kitchen on display the whole entire stream. I think I'm never really going to forget, that one Thanksgiving where TASBot was the centerpiece for my my TASGiving dinner.
Yes, thank Illy for all of those photos.
Yes, and the food. He did a lot of cheesecake. That was very tasty.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Well, instead of sitting here with awkward silences and long goodbyes,
There's
I
one
think
more
if
donation
my
for you, apparently.
Oh,
Yeah, one more
Oh.
second.
what do we got here? Who's going to be the last red donation? As we
Chat,
all sit here and
Is
wait.
this a challenge?
I'm approving it right now. There you go.
You
Might have to refresh.
Man, come on. we have a $9.37 donation from Grav who says, even numbers are unnatural.
Hey!
Thank you for that, Grav.
And with that, let's roll our credits. Hey, thank you so much for TASGiving 2021. We'll see you soon.
Bye.